me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another exciting episode of Bloody Good Horror. My name's Eric, and I'll be your host for this evening, where we will be reviewing Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and seeing how long I can go without coughing. I think I'm at 10 seconds, John, and then I have to mute. Joining me tonight, first up, I hit the mute. I hit the cough button.
You did. You got
First
like
up
3
tonight
seconds.
from Manhattan, New York City. Please welcome John Schnars to the show.
What up?
Next up tonight from Indiana, your boy Casey.
Hello.
And last up tonight from the strange and bizarre wilds of Utah, please welcome Ariel to the show.
Hello.
Have you uncovered any secret lives of the Mormon wives?
I mean, I wish it was that interesting. I did meet
Rachel
one of
will
the
not
sister
stop.
wives, if that
Oh,
counts.
you did?
So,
My
yeah.
wife would go crazy.
Yeah,
She
well, you can
watched,
tell
like-
her I met Mary Brown and I said hello to her dog. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Mary
tell
Brown.
you met
that's
the
the
dog.
name.
That's more important.
Mary
Right,
Brown is the
exactly.
name of the you know, in the first 20 minutes of the Blair Witch Project, when they interview the creepy old lady in front of her house, her name is Mary Brown.
oh. You have a really good memory. I never would have remembered.
For deeply, deeply specific things.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's not that it's a good memory. It's more like a
Yeah.
weird memory.
Selectively intense, we'll call it. Yeah. We're here to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. Speaking of memory, I spent the first 10 minutes of this movie furiously trying to read the plot on the Wikipedia from the first movie. Because
Why, though?
the second this started, and I realized it was going to pick up directly from the first one, I was like, oh, I don't remember anything that happened in the first film at all, except robots. So I was like, who's this lady? Okay, I remember this short king over here. Like, who's this daughter? Like, I had to look it all up, and I'm like,
That's
okay.
Josh Hutcherson, bro.
Yeah.
You got to talk about putting respect on someone's name. Like,
Mr. Short King.
Games, come
I
on.
gave him the appropriate title, John. He's a short
There you
king.
go.
And he's
True.
a lovely man.
Eric, but I would contend, and we don't need to get into the review before we start the review, but like, you almost don't need to know anything that happens in the first film.
Hard disagree. Okay,
all right. Look, we'll
because
get
like the
into it.
girl, the blonde girl, the police officer in the
Vanessa.
beginning is like talking about her trauma, but they're also talking about this like kid who disappeared. I'm like, oh, she's the kid who disappeared. Like, because I didn't realize she was in the first movie. That's how little I retained from the first film.
Wow.
So then when I read the Wikipedia, I'm like, oh, okay, that's right. Like he was a guard, and then she was like
She was a
a
cop.
police cop or something. Like, yeah, who remembers that shit, John?
Well,
I
what's
don't remember
crazy
that
is
shit.
she's not even a cop anymore. At no
We
point
saw
in
this movie a
is she
good
police
10 to 12
person.
years ago, is what I'm saying.
Time really flies.
Yeah.
Well,
If you had asked me name one thing from Five Nights at Freddy's, or like that happens at the end of the first film, I would have been like, oh, well, Matt Lillard is like now possessing a like robot suit, and like that's what the second one's going to be about.
Yeah.
Psych. Not in the movie.
Nope, he's just rotting inside of it.
Matthew
I mean-
Lillard is in like a 4-second dream sequence. Let's get into it, John. We're
All right.
cart before the horse situation
Yeah,
here.
you're right.
Let's take a quick break and discuss Five Nights at Freddy's.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Dr. Prime Time. Main feature.
You know what's funny about these movies, John, is like, I guess this whole thing.
The whole thing, like the franchise of Five Nights at Freddy's, or
Well, it's
Movies
clearly a
generally?
game that's like taken Zoomers by storm, right? Like Gen Alpha, like they all love this shit. Great, but that it's very navel gazy about like analog technology and these video feeds and the televisions in a way that like speaks to me and probably to the
Sure.
age of the creator who made the
Well,
thing.
not to
But it's just that
mention-
funny thing now translated down towards generations this thing that they have no fucking clue what they're even looking at, probably.
Well, and the animatronic animals, which we probably talked
Even
about
the idea,
last
yeah,
time.
what those things don't even
Those-
exist anymore.
No, they're around. They're definitely
Yeah.
around. But
Okay, but not like when we were kids. There's not like a
No,
Chuck E.
no,
Cheese in
it's
every
not.
town. You know what I mean?
there
No,
are still
but
Chuck E.
there is
Cheese.
still Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, but they're bootleg Dave and Buster's now. There's no band in them.
Yeah,
was
I don't
on
think.
like
I
3
think-
years
so
ago.
Lame.
I think it's just Chucky in it's like a person in a costume.
They're 100% now. They're
Yeah.
just bootleg. They're mini Dave and Buster's in strip malls, and they have like some games, and you try to win tickets, and that's it.
You know, it's funny. Because you
They've
get
all
the
been,
ads
like,
now.
remodeled.
If you guys are at AMC, you get ads in between the trailers now, and I got an ad for Chuck E. Cheese in between the trailers.
That's
ahead of this
funny.
movie.
Yeah.
I used to. There was one here that I went to as a kid, and do you guys remember? Mine had like down at the stage on the ground level, there were mouse holes, and there were little like a little maze under the stage. You could kids would crawl around in.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know if
wow.
we had that.
I don't remember that. Mine was Showbiz though. I didn't have Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, Showbiz Pizza.
That's some Midwest shit right there. Have you ever seen that documentary, Casey?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I think we
I'm sure I
talked about
sent that
this
to you
the
20
last
years
time.
ago.
Yeah, you sent me that.
If you like depressing documentaries, I want you to go to YouTube and I want you to Google the Rock of Fire explosion, and I want you to put that into your eyeballs, and then I want you to come back to me.
This is the
Yeah,
guy who
it's worth it.
recreated it. He
It's a
rebuilt-
bunch of people, but yes, there is a
Restored it,
very
yeah.
specific gentleman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, John, please bring us the word of the day.
Eric, today's word is remnant. Remnant.
You never used that
R-E-N.
before? You sure?
I looked, man.
Okay.
I did look. I'll double check later and eat my
It
words.
sounds like a word I would only know because you told me the meaning.
I mean, it's all right. Well, it's. I was gonna say it's a borderline too common of a word, but remnant, R-E-M-N-A-N-T, remnant, a small remaining quantity of something, a surviving trace. In Christian theology, a small minority of people who will remain faithful to God and so be saved. And then as an adjective, it can just mean remaining. Comes to us from the old French remenoir, which means to remain. Remnant. They
What is
use the
that?
word remnant in this movie, which I
they?
completely forgot about. I did, prior to jumping on here, try to read some synopses. Because I'll be honest, I saw this movie on Saturday night. I had 2
Tell me about it,
adult
John.
beverages, and I truly was like jumping on to record and was like, Jesus, what even happens in this movie? So this is a sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's. Emma Tamney, who did direct the first, returns. I'm sure we discussed her other feature film before she got Five Nights at Freddy's was The Wind, which beloved, I would say a film championed by this here podcast, as well as our friends at More Deadly and so forth. But Emma Tamney returns. We have all of our friends are back. So Josh Hutcherson is Mike Schmidt. I didn't even clock that the guy's name was Mike Schmidt until I was looking at the character names. Is the creator of the game from Philadelphia? Like, is that just like a thing he did to be cute? It's like a Hall of Fame baseball player.
Oh,
nothing?
okay. No, sorry.
Mike Schmidt.
Nobody cares about the Phillies, John.
So you have Mike. He's he was the security guard in Five Nights 1. Vanessa, she was the police officer Eric was talking about earlier. There's like some romantic interest. I can't remember if anything was consummated, if there's like an on-screen kiss or anything in the first one. But this film kind of picks up and it's like, maybe they're going to try to see each other. Like, it's like I would say, almost vanishingly small plot point for what feels like it should be a bigger deal. You have Abby, who is Mike's daughter, Piper. The thing to remember from the first one is she has like a telepathic connection with the Freddy's characters. Um, who else? I guess, I mean, those are kind of the main people you need to know. From there, oh, this is actually a good question for Ariel. Can you name the Freddy characters? What are they? So you got
All of
Freddy.
them? Freddy, you have Bonnie.
Freddy Fazbear,
And Chica,
Chica.
Foxy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can. Mangle.
I like
the
Foxy.
Marionette. The
The
Withered. And then the toy versions of everybody.
What's the Withered? I heard a kid shout that out.
They're the ones that are all like fucked up looking, that are falling apart, like the really old ones.
I thought those were the remnants. So wait, what is the
The
remnant?
remnant is like the soul that gets attached to the animatronic.
The kids. It was like
Yeah.
the
There's-
kids. Gotcha. Okay. See, great. We're clearing things up.
There's so much lore to this horseshit, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how you get people hooked. I love a lot of bullshit lore.
We should have mentioned Scott Cawthon, I think that's how you say his name, creator of the game, wrote the screenplay here. I think he's the only credited screenwriter.
Yeah. Emma Tammy wrote the first one, but he wrote this one.
Yeah. So this is, and he produced alongside our buddy Jason Blum. All right. So what
I
happens?
forgot Blum was involved in this.
I mean, this is.
I forgot
this
Blum
is-
has filthy hands all over
This
this.
is like the biggest Blum franchise of them all now, except maybe The Conjuring, I guess. It's a year later. Abby and Mike
Well,
are
nothing's
just like,
bigger than Jesus, John, you know?
Yeah,
Not even Freddy.
it's true. It's true. One day, Eric. It's a year later. Abby is pining for her friends. This movie opens with a different blonde lady going into a different Freddy's location. So this was very confusing to me out of the gate, that like all of a sudden there's like now two Freddys in the same town.
Yeah.
And so she goes into this different one with some other people, I think.
I think they're ghost hunters.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they are. They're like YouTuber ghost hunter types. And she gets sucked into. I'm forgetting. There's even a scene where you're like back in the beginning when the place is active, and
Yeah.
the marionette captures like another girl or something.
Yeah, the girl sees William Afton take some kid
Yes.
behind it to the back room or something like that. She gets curious and then gets caught.
Yeah. Well, she tries to like call the parents' attention to it, and the parents are sort of like not paying
That's
attention.
Charlotte. It's like she's a recurring character.
So does Charlotte then become the marionette? That's like
Yeah.
what happened back then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But
So-
then now we're in the kind of current present day of the film. The marionette catches one of these ghost hunter people, and this sort of like starts to activate the other Freddy's characters at this different location. Like, I don't even 100% know what happens between
Yeah.
that then and then these characters start like coming back to life. There's a fast fest, because now that the Freddys are gone, the Freddy Fazbears are gone, people are trying to like, celebrate it in a
Bring it back?
nostalgic.
Question mark.
Sorry.
Bring it back? Question
No,
mark.
I think they're just trying to do like the nostalgia, like this thing was cool, like let's. So they're having this Faz Fest, and people are like dressing up, and there's like people running around town. That really only happens in like the third act of the film, but that's like also activating Abby a little bit. It seems like.
Yeah, honestly, like some of the details here I feel like are pretty confusing, and like who's controlling which animatronics at which time is confusing. The marionette is controlling most of them, like psychically.
It took me
except for the ones
embarrassing
that, like the kids are
amount of
their
time in the
souls are
film to
controlling.
understand that there were two sets of them.
Well, dude, that
Yeah.
was like it's. They look totally.
Is that
different.
not just revealed? Is that just revealed at the end, or is that shown earlier?
Well, no, they look different. I mean, one is like a fuzzy kind of animatronic that we're used to, and these other ones are like the toy
I did not
versions, and
clock
they're, like,
seeing
hard
the
plastic.
originals until
Yeah.
the very end,
You know?
and I was like, they're alive still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the new ones, which are like shiny, those are the toy ones.
Yeah.
And those are the ones controlled by the marionette.
Yes.
To the shiny metal ones or whatever, yeah, they're the bad ones, and they're the ones controlled
Yeah.
by the yeah.
Well, I mean, that part was
And
kinda
then the
clear by
fuzzy
the
ones
end.
are the ones from the original movie, then, right? Who were
Who
sort of the
are
like
psychically
liberated kids,
connected with Abby.
With the kids and Abby.
right?
Yeah.
And they were being controlled by Matthew Lillard, who's now dead, so they're not being controlled by him anymore. But now they're all fucked up.
Well, Eric, pin in that until we get to the mid-credit
Yeah.
sequence. But
And also, Skeet Ulrich, who they trotted out for all the promotion of this movie, is in it for 35 seconds.
The fact
Yeah.
that he and Matthew Lillard are not in a scene together is so dumb, especially because he's supposed to be Henry Emily, which is like one of the inventors of the original animatronics, which means that he and Matthew Lillard could have had like a
To
they
only
could have
bring him in
given us a
for like
scene
an
of
info dump scene and
past.
not bring him back at the end
So
is like
stupid.
wild.
Yeah.
I had no idea what he was doing in the movie. I mean, other than like,
Well, so his daughter is the one who tried to warn people in the beginning
Yeah.
and then was killed.
Right.
I mean, I
Charlotte.
understood
Yeah.
that, but like understood that
Oh,
from the
okay, sorry.
conversation they had in the movie. No, but like,
Yeah.
but like, I didn't. It wasn't even clear like what she had to do with the movie, like that original scene, other than introducing us to the marionette. So, all right, from a plot standpoint, Ariel, do you think there's anything important? I know there's so many things.
There's so many things.
Which we'll get
Yeah.
into, but like, that's the plot, and then it's basically like Abby has to like use the good ones or like communicate with the good Freddys to save basically herself from the bad Freddys.
Yeah, I guess the only other important part is that like Vanessa and Charlotte or Charlie were like friends or knew each other, right, when they were little, and so they kind of have like a weird psychic bond too, a little bit.
That went completely over my head. If that was in the movie, or if you brought that to
Well, because Vanessa is the little blonde girl at the beginning who like tries to befriend Charlotte because she's William Afton's daughter, right? So
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was
sure.
there. Yeah.
That's my biggest surprise of watching these movies is learning they're so lore heavy. This
Yeah.
this thing.
Because
But-
there's like a whole backstory between the inventors that I think
Now,
would make
like,
the movie make more sense,
considering-
and they didn't bother.
Considering how many games there were, of course there is, right? Because at the end of every game, you got to get some kind of bang for your buck.
aren't they
All right.
literally like $1 on the Apple?
John, I don't know
Store?
what we're doing anymore. Are you done?
At this point,
Yeah, I think I'm done. We can pick up some of the other stuff as we go.
Ariel, what you think?
So I feel pretty mixed about this movie. I suspect that nobody really liked this one, but we'll see. Maybe Casey feels differently. I know that a lot of people didn't like the first movie. I happen to enjoy it. It's not a great movie, but I thought it was a lot of fun. And maybe it's the fact that like I watched it with my sister's kids, and so like I had a good time like watching the movie and talking about it and stuff, and I knew enough about the lore to like get a little more out of it. But I thought it was fun. I was hoping this one would like, I know it was going to be PG-13, but I was hoping it was going to like increase the scope and like the scares and maybe even some of the blood. And I think it did that a little bit. I think the scope is bigger. We have multiple locations. We get them out of Freddy Fazbear's. I think that there are some set pieces that are kind of cool and interesting. And I do think there are some horror elements that are increased, like the tension around the ghost hunting. There's like a car chase with one of the animatronics on top of the car. There's a scene with the science teacher. All of those things I really liked about it. I think for me, the place where this movie fell apart is one, I think unless you know enough about these games and like the background lore, there's like a lot that's confusing about the plot and a lot you're going to miss. Because even I had questions. So at the end of it. And I also think that where I was somewhat like charmed by some of the characters in the first movie, I think other than Abby, almost to a one, the characters are boring and terrible. Like everybody makes shitty decisions. Everybody is incredibly boring. Nobody has a personality. They're all kind of a little bit mean to each other. So I think honestly, maybe like not to be an asshole, but like maybe Scott Coffin should have left the writing of the screenplay to Emma Tammy and not taken it over himself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Casey, I think you should go. Eric's on mute.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I had such a good quip, but I'm not going to say it again. Go ahead, Casey.
Yeah, I wanted to give him his chance. So I enjoyed the first movie for what it was, but I wasn't a diehard fan or anything. And I have no Five Nights at Freddy's background. I played like 10 minutes of the game once years ago when the first one came out. Didn't get it. Never looked back. So for this movie, I'll lead with I don't know what the hell happened, was going on through this. It's so convoluted that I was confused. There's a lot of confusion going on here. I had high hopes to getting a second Freddy Fazbear's, location, getting the new sets and locations and stuff like that. And like you said, we did get that, but to me, some of it becomes so muddied throughout the middle that it kind of really loses its steam and it loses the excitement of getting the new characters in there and kind of the back and forth because it all comes across so muddled. Now, again, I am not the target audience for these movies. I think that's fair to say, and I don't think that's a problem necessarily either. I think as far as the director and the movie that was put out here, it was a good-looking movie and it's well put together, and there's a lot of good elements here for a franchise. And from just reading social media and stuff like that, it seems like the critics were harder on this, whereas a lot of the fans seem to be a little more open and welcome to it, which I think, if you got to be, to me, you have to be that kind of fan to really connect with this story and this movie. And I'm not that person because there's so much going on here. If you're keyed into that lore and you're into that Five Nights at Freddy's lore, then I think this movie's probably okay because they're giving you a hell of a lot of that lore and they're trying to tie some pieces there, and it probably fits with how they lay it out in the games somewhat closely. I don't think it's exact or anything like that. So I think for Five Nights fans, this is okay. For us folks that are outside looking in, not really going to blow us away.
John.
I mean, I would go so far as to say it doesn't really fully make sense and hang together, and so it's like my biggest thing. So the movie did great, economically. So it's one of these things where it's like, okay,
I know you love that shit, John.
Well, it's like we can take a shit on it all we want. I think I texted you guys. It's
Cash is king, motherfucker.
but it's sitting at 10% on Rotten Tomatoes or something. So it's like, it also feels like punching down to just lay into it. At the same time,
I'm okay with it.
well, you can make games that are based on video game IP, or sorry, make movies based on video game IP that aren't just convoluted messes. Now. Maybe the IP itself is so convoluted, and because they let the creator write the script here, you are always going to end up in this place. I'm trying to think of a nice thing to say. The movie looks pretty good. The effects around the creatures are solid. They're not super inspired, I wouldn't say. And if anything, they don't do enough in my mind to jump off from the first one to sort of, I don't know. It's for the non-fans, it's not building enough. If anything, it's just throwing a bunch of random crap at the screen and confusing us. I mean, Eric was somewhat joking. I mean, we said it already, but there's 2 Fazbear locations in this town. That is not explained in a clear enough way to people. They look from the outside, because in both times, they
And one of them's in
establish
a bayou swamp.
Yeah, it has a random river in it.
But you know what's so insane to me? So I think it's the Josh Hutcherson, Mike Schmidt. I will always remember his name now. Mike is at one point he goes, "Oh, there's 2 locations in this town." These people live in this town. It's not a huge city. If there were 2 locations, everyone would have known about it.
Also, if one of them closed down because a kid died or whatever, you'd think that would be
Yeah.
some scuttlebutt in that town. Do you know what would happen, John, if a single cop car drove down my street as a kid? Every person on that block would be out on their front lawn trying to see what happened. We would know if a kid died at Freddy Fazbear's.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have known where I grew up.
Yeah, I mean, it was a different time, I guess, too. I don't know, like, but yeah, I don't know. So I would say almost no part of this movie worked for me. I really, I think they put a lot on this little girl, and and the character is not written strongly enough to like her drawings. Eric has little kids. I mean,
Yeah.
little. She's like a 10 or 11-year-old girl in this movie. Her drawings
like
are
a
like what a
5-year-old.
3-year-old would do.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, it's
Well,
like 3-year-old
I know,
with a
because it's also
crayon.
they're like inventing robotic like animatronics shit in their science class, but they're also simultaneously drawing at that level. Like that
Why
doesn't make
was
sense.
the science teacher so mean to her?
I don't know, but it was
don't
nice to
know.
see Wayne Knight.
He was a dick.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
mention Wayne Knight yet. Sure. He was so mean to her for no reason.
Yeah.
because I'm spitballing here, like because they just want to forget about Freddy and they think she's crazy because he drops a line about it. The only thing he cares about is winning the science fair, and he's afraid this
Yeah.
poor traumatized little girl is going to ruin his chances at winning the science fair.
But she makes like an awesome animatronic. Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I think
Ariel.
he didn't know
But
that
it's
it
also
worked,
Freddy.
so he thought it wasn't going to. But it also felt to me a little bit like a kind of teacher archetype we used to get in like 80s movies, like that's what they were trying to reference,
jerk
the just kind
teacher.
of like bullying teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there was like a great explanation, but that's what it felt like to me.
Plus, he's Newman, so
There you go. Eric, just really
Right.
quickly to you were kind of talking about how the games fetishize older culture. The movie is set in 2002.
Is it okay? That actually explains. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. That's
Which like
interesting.
the people that like most of the people that were I saw like an 8 o'clock Saturday showing, and it was a lot of people born after 2002.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
no.
Yeah.
I was in a theater full at 11:40 in the morning at the Haunted Mall. Now it was the smaller theater because it has the leather seats, so there's less seats. But the thing was packed. I had two different families with kids with them on either side of me, and then when I got up to leave, there was a group of teenage girls who walked in, but they showed up late and couldn't get seats together, so they sat on the ground at the back of the theater so they could all sit together. So I'm like, it's
wow.
like a fucking party. Like, what the hell is going on here?
That's crazy. I had the whole theater to myself, but I did go at like 9 a.m. on a Sunday. So
So,
There you go.
I mean, this was like, 11:40. It was a matinee on a Saturday. It was just wild. But I'm kind of just whatever on this because, like, I think the quality is almost exactly the quality of the first film. And to Casey's point, this isn't made for me. That's fine. I just find it fascinating as like a sociological, like checking in with the kids. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And, like, this is definitely some fucking horse shit slop nonsense. Like this whole story.
wow.
And listen, I understand, John. Like I have perspective. I'm a person who still takes Friday the 13th lore, like unironically pretty seriously, and I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
understand the double standard there. But it just is what it is. I'm fucking old. This isn't my shit that I grew up with. Like these kids love it. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I actually had that thought where I was like, this felt to me like Halloween 6 or whatever. You know how the whatever the one with the runes and where it gets like so crazy,
Just convoluted and shit.
but
yeah.
it just
Yeah.
like skipped to that one. They went from sort of like a normal one to like the.
It's really funny,
crazy deep
John.
end
You
of
must
the
be reading
lore.
my mind. It's funny you mention Halloween 6 because in Halloween 6, a plot point is that the town of Haddonfield is celebrating Halloween for the first time since the '89 massacre, which has been like 6 years or something. And like all of the Karens in the town are like, no, like we shouldn't because like Michael Myers or whatever. And guess what happens?
Some bad
He
stuff.
comes back. Yeah. But so
You could almost.
I
draw that
wasn't
comparison.
offended. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say you could almost draw that comparison with Scream too, with Matthew Lillard and Skeet being in this as well.
Well, yeah,
That was definitely intentional for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything against this, and I wasn't like upset watching it, but I'm just like, yeah, this is exactly what that last one was like. But there's way more animatronic action. There's way more action in general. I love that we bust them out of the place so they can go wreak havoc on the town. I very
They
much
don't
love
even
a.
do that much havoc wreaking. It's not like they like,
There's
kill
some
a bunch
good
of people.
chases and like there's some
Yeah.
different locations.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it just gets real silly at one point. Like the Chica robot is just like at the science fair, just murdering people in the school. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty silly.
Well, she did. Yeah.
How did Chica fit in the back door of a 4-door sedan?
They're always able to fit in those cars. I don't know. I feel like didn't that happen in the first one too, or something?
Here's
There's that
my
same
question.
Cab driver.
Here's my question though: are the games violent, or is it just jump scare?
I think it's just jump scares, pretty much.
Because that's like an interesting thing. Like there is almost zero
Yeah.
robot to human violence. It's all cutaways, and really is more about the chase and then a jump scare or whatever. So really, like this does set itself up as like real starter horror. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of times we're talking about starter horror. It's actually maybe borderline too violent for some parents. I often feel that way. I'm like, like I can see it, but I wouldn't show this to my kids at like 7 and 9 or whatever. But
Although when
Yeah,
you were
like-
9, like you know what you were watching, so
10. 10 was when I broke the seal. I saw when I was 10 years old. I saw Pumpkinhead and Total Recall in the same night, and it changed my life forever.
That'd do
never
it.
recovered.
So this is like true starter horror. It's real silly
yeah.
and it's not that violent and it's not problematic
that-
really.
Even that science teacher one, which is probably like the most violent kill in the movie, there's no blood and you don't really see anything. You know, you see his head squishing a little bit and then you see him hit the ground, but that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I did have that thought, Eric, because I mentioned obviously the movie did really well. The first one did well. Like, if this gets more young people to want to watch horror movies, great. I still stand by the fact that like it doesn't have to be a convoluted nightmare. Like,
The convoluted part is the sort of interesting thing about it. Like
it's just
why?
a mess. Like it's like
I think that's
very
what
all over the place.
I think that's part of the draw to like the games originally and stuff though to the whole fandom is that lore. Because I mean, my daughter Delaney's 25 now. She's 26 actually. She played these a lot, but she wasn't like diehard tied into them. She didn't. I mean, she skipped around, didn't play them all back to back or anything like that. But she's always on about the lore. And even now, when this movie is coming out, she started talking about the lore. The lore, I think, is the big part of the draw of this.
I mean, so
Yeah.
like anytime a character would come on screen that they knew, the kids would be like, "Oh, it's the remnant, or whatever. What are the ones that are broken down?"
The Withered.
Yeah.
I definitely heard a kid say the withered, and then when we go to the original,
Special needs or something.
I don't know. That's what I do. I'm like basically autistic. Like I point at things too and go like that thing.
Yeah, it's the
But
Leo
like
meme.
Right.
Then they got really excited when we went to the original Freddy's, and we saw the character who's later revealed to be Matthew Lillard's other child. So that's definitely a character from the games. It seems like because
Yeah.
they knew him. They're like, oh, it's Jonathan or whatever the fuck his name was, Michael or
Michael Afton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
but wasn't he like another security guard or something? What was he doing in this movie? I forget now.
No, it turns
Yeah,
out he was Matthew Lillard's other. His goal was right to draw people in so that she could possess somebody to get out.
Something like that.
Yeah, but he was
honestly
he was the
confused
security
by his-
guard though
yeah.
at first.
Yeah, but he was just. I think he was just luring them in because remember, because
Yeah.
he contacted with YouTubers to come in because I think he wanted them to get attacked by the marionette to get possessed so that she could then embody somebody and leave.
We forgot to mention
Science.
how big a deal they made that the marionette could use like walkie-talkie technology to control the other
Oh,
characters.
it's 2002, John.
No,
Yeah.
but this was like it was big technology in like 1992, and so but then what was bizarre to me was like, why does the marionette still need that technology now? She's like demon possessed or whatever. Can't she just use demon power?
You know what's
or
funny,
whatever
John?
It is?
Setting it in
Remnant power.
1992 is like when Dazed and Confused came out in the mid 90s.
Yeah.
It's the same time period.
That's upsetting to me.
I agree.
I don't know. It's fine. It's a good time.
Slow ride.
So, Was no one else sort of, like borderline angry that the Matthew Lillard robot from the first one is truly like not in the action of this film at all?
Seems like they want to
Yeah.
bring it back for the third one, right?
Well,
Well,
Based
because
on
of
the
that
ending?
post-credit scene, they for sure are.
Yeah,
But
that's 100%.
yeah.
I think what annoys me is that they put them so front and center in all the marketing and all the like
I know.
conventions and interviews, and it's like
Yeah.
And they
to get us here, to sucker us into the
Oh,
theater.
of course. And they never even share screen time. And I also think that like that dream sequence with Vanessa and Matthew Lillard, like I thought that was one of the better scenes in the movie. Like there's a little bit of
Yeah.
tension, a little creepiness there that was built up. So it seemed dumb not to have it in. I also just think you could have done like one flashback scene that would have like cleared up a lot of the confusion about what was happening, and that would have given you the opportunity to have Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich like together in a scene.
It does seem like that's what they're setting up for the third one.
I think it
is
has to
yeah,
be.
The two of them. Mm-hmm. Well, especially you've now revealed to me, which I had no idea, that Matthew Lillard or that Skeet Ulrich's character is one of the like creators of the
Yeah.
animatronics.
Yeah.
Like,
That's definitely
See,
not talked about at all.
No.
Here.
no.
Skeet
So
was
this is
the
like
frustrating
Resident
one
Evil
for me.
style. They're just like grabbing a name, slapping it on a character.
No, but
This is
I
like
do
Claire
think that's what
Redfield.
he'll do and be like. They just don't even give him the screen time. They don't explain who he is other than he's like the father of that girl.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing is, I think for like the diehard Five Nights at Freddy's fans, the people who are actually going to be buying tickets to go see that, I don't think you have to do all of that for them. Like they already know, right?
Yeah.
But you could throw a bone to the
You absolutely
morons
could,
like
and a
me
better
who don't know
screenwriter would
anything.
100% have done that. It's
Right.
ludicrous that they didn't. I'm just saying, like, I think the reason it's not going to hurt the movie's bottom line is because to the people who are actually, buying the tickets, who are going to watch this on streaming over and over again, they don't care because they already have the backstory
Yeah.
memorized
Yeah.
a million times over.
I mean, that's the thing that blew my mind, though, was Skeet, because they, like we said earlier, they made such a big deal about him
Yeah.
joining the cast and stuff before all this came out. So I was expecting more. So when he did finally show up, I was like, "Oh, it's Skeet." Wait a minute, did I miss his first scene?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was disappointing for sure. I did like that post-credit scene though, where they were talking about how like smelly the suit was, because his body is just like rotting inside of it.
Doesn't it, at the end of the first one, don't we see him wake up? That was, again, not to beat this.
Well, and he's
horse
in like the spring trap kind of animatronic. That's what they
Yeah.
call it, and it has these like
Yeah.
ribs that like compressed him. Yeah. and killed
But
him.
doesn't he like wake up? Don't they like show his eyes open or
I
something?
Yeah, I
think
thought his
so,
eyes
yeah.
opened or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not losing my
But
mind.
he's now been in that suit for a year.
Area like the
Right.
actual games are pretty much this convoluted though, right?
I don't know. I've never played them. But what I will say is like when you watch like YouTube, I feel like for a while was like taken over with like videos explaining the lore and like coming up with theories about what they made. And part of the thing that kept happening was like MatPat or who does game theory or like some of the other creators would like guess what was going to happen in the next game, and then Scott Coffin would change it. And so I feel like the more times that happened, the more confused and convoluted everything got. And each time it's like you got to add more animatronics and more backstory and more lore. And so it feels to me like things are
Yeah, I mean it's like Saw.
yeah.
You got to keep up in the ante and
Right.
retconning things and just keeping it interesting.
The difference with
Yeah.
Saw, I mean, some of it is like that Saw happened in a different time period. It also was like because I think these were for kids. It was a thing for them to
The
grab
bar is
onto
the
and
fucking
dig
love.
into.
Yeah.
Like we would go see Saw and just be like, "Who gives a shit what's going on?" Like,
Yeah.
what is
Just
Costas
give me the
Mandalore doing
kills.
again?
Yeah,
Like, I
right.
have no idea.
Yeah.
This Mandalore.
That's a fair point.
There was a
did
time
see
he was
that-
in the theaters every year, John.
Yeah.
Well, some of this gets more with the movies too. It gets a little more convoluted, from my understanding, is because like there's a spin-off series of the games that Vanessa's actually from, as far as the game worlds go on. So she's actually tied in and merged into this storyline that's going here. So it's not exactly from the games. It's
Wait, what's
enhanced.
her game called?
I honestly don't remember. I'll look it up.
I saw that MatPat does the voice of one of the.
Yeah, Toy Bonnie, I think.
Yeah.
And Megan Fox does Chica,
I saw
like Toy
that too.
Chica.
It's like, wait,
Excuse
what?
me?
Yeah, that was Megan Fox.
That's,
Yeah.
That's why that
amazing.
animatronic talked so much in the movie.
Interesting.
There's several spin-off games apparently.
the whole universe. to
Security
explore.
Yeah.
Breach is the one that Vanessa's from.
Right.
Security Breach, Fury's Rage.
Have you ever been to a Bugaboo Creek, John? Remember those? It was like a steakhouse that had like a talking animal band in it.
I've
It was
never
like a
heard of
bear
that.
and a, but it was less cartoony. They just looked like animals, but then they also sang
It was like
songs.
for
That's
adults.
cool.
They
Yeah,
were
it
just
was like a mature version of that. Yeah. Take a date there.
someone was at the Chuck E. Cheese one time. I was just like, what if this? But for adults.
It's just casual fine dining between adults, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You're on like a date, like a fucking animatronic bear.
The
starts
bass is singing.
serenading you. That's a horror movie right there. I don't know.
We can't all be
Ay,
so
ay.
sophisticated, Mr. Business School. Sorry.
I mean, look, I would go.
Not all of us live in New York City, John, you know?
Eric, you
We
know,
can't all be
you're,
fancy like you.
you're coming to New York City tomorrow, brother.
It's true.
So, got a little Eric visit happening. So,
I'm already tired.
I don't know.
Have they
I still
announced
think
the
this
third
movie
one?
is fun, even if like a lot of it doesn't make sense. Like that car chase scene was, fun to watch. I think the ghost hunting scene is.
I
fun
kind of
to
love the
watch.
car chase. I liked when they get flung off the car into the
Yeah.
house. Like, I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah,
I think this one is more palatable than the first one because there's at least more shit happening, even if it's dumb.
Yeah.
that's fair.
I really kind of agree with what Ariel said at the start too, though, about like most of the characters outside of Abby in this movie are just kind of dull
Yeah.
overall. Even like Josh Hutcherson's character wasn't as good, compelling as the first movie.
No, and he was kind of a dick.
Yeah,
I mean, there's really not character arcs that any of the characters
No.
are working through in the film.
Yeah.
It is just like so much stuff happening and like lore being shoved into our faces that they don't have time. So
yeah. And I'd made a quick text about this before we got on, but when you're cramming this much lore in there and all these new characters and stuff like that, I realize it may have existed. His name may have been Michael in the game, but if you already have your main character Mike, don't name your new character Michael.
I mean, yeah.
It does not help.
101, bro. Yeah. Have they
Love it.
announced the third one? Is it like officially?
No, it's not
announced?
confirmed, but they've basically said they're making it. So
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
How much do these things cost?
like 30 million, I think 35.
Yeah, I was gonna
million,
say. I thought I
something like
read
that.
mid-30s for
I
this.
mean,
one.
they're pretty effects heavy, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but it already made like 63 or something on its opening weekend. So
Yeah.
just in the U.S.
So it's making money.
No, yeah, they're doing fine.
In this economy, nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, would you recommend this Ariel?
That's such a hard question to answer. Yeah, I think you'll have a good time.
Jonathan,
No.
Casey.
If you like the first one, yes.
Okay.
Eric?
I think I mean, Casey. Like, if you like the first one, sure, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same bullshit. If you didn't like the first one, this is not going to change your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I take it it's not getting put on your top 10 list
No,
then.
no, I don't think so. All right, y'all, let's take a quick break and do some fan mail.
Send feedback to info@bloodygoodhorror.com or on Twitter using hashtag AskBGH. Join Patreon to get back episodes and much more. Patreon.com/bloodygoodhorror.
And we're back. Just looking through the email. I don't think we have an email, John.
Ah. Guys, I am going to be sending instructions about the end of year voting
Okay.
before the end of the week. So that's for the BGH team, and for any of our patrons, we will have a patron vote. I'm sorry, you're probably going to get like a week and a half to vote. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
I'll get it out
So
this week.
get your shit together. Start watching the movies now. Also,
start
but
thinking
very
about
important. Very important though. Too many people go, I didn't watch enough movies to vote. Nobody cares. It's like a ranked choice kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
So like if you have 4 movies, rank them 1 to 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, now hold on. But if something isn't good, don't just put it on your
Well,
list.
of
to,
course,
like,
John.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't
Yeah.
throw us off.
So
Yeah, but you could submit just your 4 movies, right, Schnars?
yeah,
If
yeah.
that's all you watched.
Yeah, totally.
Or liked, I guess.
I still have
Yeah.
like 6 left to watch, and every time I talk to Rachel, she's like, "Oh my God, there's another movie you have to see," and I'm kind of freaking out now. I'm so far behind.
I'm calling it from what I've seen at this point. I feel pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I
This
need to
weekend-
see Predator though.
Oh, I do want to see that. I guess
Shit,
it goes
I
on the
don't even have
list.
that on my list.
I don't know.
God damn.
It's fucking Predator, John.
I know
Stop
we
playing
had
games
this
with me.
discussion. I was ready to cover it for the show. I just feel like for best horror movie of the year. I guess we'll see.
You and Rachel. Rachel's always hemming and hawing. Or it's a science fiction. Big Ten. All right.
True, but
Predator.
You're right. You know what? He's Predator.
horror.
He's predating on things. Let's go. What?
Thank you. He
What
fights
else
the
do I need to
alien.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like every movie after Alien versus Predator, you get to count Predator. You know.
Fair.
1000%.
Are we getting to the theater to see Silent Night, Deadly Night this weekend?
What is this even? A remake?
Oh yeah.
I don't like the first one.
Okay. Well, who's to say this could be?
How's
the
it?
same?
How's it tracking, John?
I have not seen tracking.
Has
It
anyone
says
heard anything
it's
on
going
it?
wide though. So the director's a guy who I am interested in. I'm forgetting his name. Oh fuck! I'm gonna look it up. But no, I mean I have not heard Mike Nelson. That's who is the director is. Sorry, Mike P. Nelson.
The guy from
He's done some
That's
VHS
Mike J.
stuff. He did
you.
Wrong Turn 2021. Wrong Turn reboot.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I saw that.
I was thinking Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, that's Mike J.
Thank you, Casey.
Yeah.
That's a no for me, dog. I am going to see Black Christmas though on Thursday night.
Yeah.
the original-
Oh,
Yes,
you're getting one of
original
those like with an orchestra or something.
Fathom.
No, it's just it's this little kind of repertory theater that's at the same place I saw Possession last month.
Oh, cool.
Amazing.
Okay.
I love that.
Just
movie.
a really nice little gentleman who likes weird movies and likes to share them with his friends, and so he finds prints and shows them. It's really cool.
That is cool.
Threads. We got threads.
All right, we got one thread out there tonight from our buddy Metal Prof. This one, I can almost kind of agree with him being a fellow Hoosier, but wouldn't a possessed Frisch's Big Boy mascot be more terrifying than any of these things?
I don't know what that is.
What?
mascot?
You guys don't know Frisch's Big Boy?
Oh,
No.
you mean Bob's Big
Oh.
Boy?
Yeah. Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I do know that guy.
Oh yeah, that's Bob.
I
Is,
don't
wait,
know what
is
it is.
Frisch's and Bob's a different thing?
I honestly don't know. They're around here, they're Frisch's Big Boy.
It's like
They
it's
basically
like a
look the
Hardy's
same.
Carl Jr. situation.
I think so.
There's got to be Midwesterners in the chat spinning out right now. Can you guys advise on this? I'm sorry.
Help us out.
I was 25 before I had chicken fried steak. Okay, I'm from New York. Leave me alone.
Metal Prof and I are both from Indiana, from the northern half of the state too. So maybe it's a northern Indiana thing. We do have 3 versions of the same pizza chain in Indiana, Pizza King. There's Pizza King, Arnie's, and something that were like brothers that feuded and split up and each took their own recipe.
It could also be like a franchise thing where if you like the franchisees could like play with the name.
Yeah.
Oh, could be. John, you want to hear the most Canadian thing ever said on the show?
Oh, sure.
Jay says, we had Bullwinkles where I grew up. It was basically Chuck E. Cheese with Rocky and Bullwinkle animatronics.
I mean, that would have been
sounds
awesome.
rad.
That
Yeah.
kind of cool.
I used to love Rocky and Bullwinkle. So,
Who doesn't love Moose and Squirrel?
Our young friend Ella says, as someone who knows the entirety of the lore, even I'm confused. So that makes me feel better.
Okay, well, that
Yeah.
makes me feel better too.
It does, yeah. Jay says, congrats, John, on Duke being the nation's worst Power 4 conference champ.
hells yeah, brah.
I don't even know what that means.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. Is that it, Casey?
That is it for threads.
We got a couple things on the old Graham here.
Also,
Okay,
don't need to talk college football.
All right, Brian Wolford. Quentin Tarantino is trash for saying such things about our national treasure, Matthew Lillard. Did that make it to your neck of the woods, John?
Yeah.
Oh, no. What did he say?
Quentin Tarantino went on a bizarre rant the other day. He was on a podcast and he started ranting about actors he didn't like, and all these people started catching strays. He called Paul Dano weak. He called
Wild.
Matthew Lillard a bad actor, and Owen Wilson. He said he hates Owen Wilson for some reason. And then, then the internet, the horror internet, came to Matthew Lillard's.
They were like,
Yes.
Paul Dano and Owen Wilson can fuck off, but
No, like
No, tons of
like
people-
regular
They're
person
pretty pro
Twitter.
Paul Dano, too.
Regular person Twitter rode for Paul Dano, and then horror Twitter was like,
Yep.
"We got you."
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wait,
It
was
was
it
fun
on?
to
Because
watch.
he was on. I saw Tarantino went on. What's his name? The Bret Easton Ellis's podcast.
It
Was
had
the
to
same
be.
one?
It had to
I
be.
think it
that.
might have been.
Probably. It had like a
Interesting.
lot of angry old man energy.
Oh, well, you know. They got to put it somewhere, Ariel. It's there in the White House, you know.
Michael says, "Why have Matthew Lillard and Skeet in the same movie if they aren't going to make out finally?" I think that's a great question.
That is
honestly.
valid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Oh, this is from our old friend Joe of the Suburbs,
Oh.
former BGH alum. What's the
Oh, he's a
maximum?
current alum, not a former alum.
Yeah.
Okay, semantics, John. What's the maximum duration a house guest should stay? 5 full days is a bit much.
Yeah. Who? I mean, that's got to be like a mother-in-law.
I think
situation
2
or something.
nights is pushing it for me.
Yeah.
Like, I will accept 2 nights, but you better be leaving in the morning on the 3rd day.
Wow. So
I'm not
strict.
I'm not slamming Lewis Fowler. He was a great house guest, but like on convention weekends, 3 days was enough. I think he was ready to go home too. To be fair.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't
That is a
know.
lot.
Depends on how much I like you. Like if you're really close
I think that's the
friend, you
ultimate
can stay
answer.
for a
Is
month. I
it's
don't care.
person dependent. Yeah.
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 Well, I also feel like it's like house dependent. Like we went and lived with my in-laws during the pandemic, and like they had a huge house. It was I could
Sure.
like go into a corner and they'd never had to see me if they didn't want to.
Yeah.
So,
I have a 3-bedroom ranch. Your time is limited.
yeah. Well, I live in a 3-bedroom apartment. Like
Right.
we're like on top of each other basically. So
All right. Haunted by the Horror says, which fast food chain character that isn't the Burger King is the scariest? Grimace.
isn't it what's the purple one at McDonald's called?
Yeah, Grimace.
Grimace.
Is pretty up there.
Grimace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
What was the
do you
one
remember?
from when we were kids that had like the moon head, like the half moon head, like Mac the Knife or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the
That
It was
was a
Mac something.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
That was a McDonald's like ad campaign.
yeah.
Because it was like they were open late or something.
I think so.
it was Mac
I
tonight.
remember
But I feel like he's unsettling.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I agree.
Singing a song about a serial killer.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Food Fighters?
Yeah.
They were like
Food
toys when we were
Fighters?
kids, and they were like different items of food dressed up like army dudes.
That does sound
Yes.
vaguely familiar. Was there a pizza one?
Yeah, pizza, waffles,
Yeah.
chicken, like yeah.
I
Cool
do
stuff.
recall. I don't remember them having army outfits, but I do remember there being.
Yeah,
like,
they were
action
all like it
figures.
was like general whatever. It was all like alliteration and like yeah.
Good times.
What did I say? What are they called?
Food
Fighters.
Fighters. Is that really what they were called? Isn't that were the Foo Fighters named after them?
Food fighters. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anthropomorphic food soldiers like Burger Deer General versus Taco Terror.
Oh, I 100% recognize these things. Yeah.
Christmas is just around the corner. I'm just saying, if anybody out there wants to get me something.
Honestly, they sound like old WWF wrestler names.
Were the arms even like opposable, or were they like?
No, these just look
rubber?
like rubber.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh no, they look like they rotate.
Yeah.
They look, they do this.
Huh.
Oh man, these are so fucking cool.
But do they have kung fu grip?
Definitely.
They've
not.
got like holes in their hands. They probably had guns or something they came with.
Yeah.
These were the height too. The commercials for these were the height of like, you know how they would do 90s toy commercials, like it was like you were in a jungle and there was like smoke and like
Yeah.
the shit that just didn't happen in your house. So when you got them in your house, you played them, you're like, this is not.
Yeah, it's
cool.
like
The same.
less fun than it seemed like
Not
on that
using my
commercial.
imagination.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Dude, no, the height of that was Micro Machines. You remember Micro Machines?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That was like a great.
Micro
idea.
machines were very cool.
But it never lived up to.
Even better, do you remember Hot Wheels with the damage panels?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Where you like you'd press them and they'd flip and there was like
Dude, those are
damage on
still
the other side?
probably. Those are like worth a ton of money now, probably.
Probably.
People collect those Hot Wheels.
Did you guys ever have Stompers, which is the old monster truck like Hot Wheels with the giant foam tires?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, those were my favorite.
Connor Bryce, what horror themed game that hasn't had a movie adaptation would you like to see done next? I haven't played a lot of horror games. One game I played that I really loved and I always thought could be something kind of cool was the original Prey. Not the one that they remade where you're in a space station and they just like called it Prey, but the one where like you get sucked up into an alien ship and you're trying to like rescue your lady fighting through the alien ship. I remember that game like scaring the crap out of me.
What
Yeah.
year was that game from? I don't remember.
It was
that.
probably early 2000s,
Okay.
2006. So they'd rumored to make a sequel about it for years. It kept falling through the cracks, and then somebody else like bought the name and just made a different game.
Yeah, I think someone must have asked this question or a version of this. The only game I've played recently that's in the horror universe is Dredge. Have you guys played Dredge?
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
good.
played a little bit of it. It's pretty fun.
And could definitely be a movie. I don't know. It's probably. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's been optioned. We could figure this out.
I can't think of one off the top of my head because I've been kind of into lately on the PS5 playing video games that are actually like horror movies. Because finally went back and played Until Dawn that we covered earlier this year, and then there's another one, The Quarry, which is great. It has Lance Henriksen even.
I have seen these. I saw.
So what
Yeah.
did you think of that versus the movie?
I thought they were fun. I think they were blasted. They were really kind of, especially like The Quarry, really definitely had a B movie feel, and you kind of feel like you're playing a choose your own adventure going through a B movie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had another answer. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think they're making a TV show out of BioShock. I would love to see
Yeah.
a proper BioShock thing at some point.
Yeah,
Did what's it called come back, by the way? Fallout? Is that back?
coming back in like a week or two.
Nice.
What do you mean?
The
second
TV
season?
series, second season.
Oh, the show. Yeah. I saw a rumor they're going to remaster New Vegas.
Oh.
Might as well. I saw Skyrim's getting released, like its 12th release on Switch 2 now.
Yeah, it is. Is it? I was gonna say it might even been out already. I don't know.
Yeah, it may have just came out.
Skyrim is like fine. Like, I get excited every time I try to start a new game, and then an hour later I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
I think I'm over this.
Oh yeah, it is. It's out now. Switch 2. I might need to put that on my Christmas list.
I still get the Fallout 4 itch, like every once in a while. Go build some settlements.
Yeah.
All right, last question of the night from Eleanor X. What's the worst horror film of the year, and why is it this?
Oh.
Oh, Damn.
Guns a blazing.
Stand by. I could probably get. Well, no. This is for things that I saw in the theater. I was pretty irate. There was a point when I was watching this where I was getting really annoyed. I can't even remember exactly what was happening, but I was just shaking my head, just like, guys, come on.
Two
I
beer
thought there was
schnars
something
throwing
else
his
with
beer
this.
can at the screen.
I didn't
God
even
damn
have
it,
the
Josh.
beer in the theater. I'd had them before I got to the theater, which was dicey, probably in retrospect. Yeah.
All right. What do we gotta get in here before the end of the year, John?
Well, we're gonna have to take this offline because the only thing I had was Silent Night, Deadly Night in theaters, but
Okay.
we can figure it out.
I'm too tired.
I know. You got to save your energy. We're gonna see Rachel tomorrow, guys. Rachel's in town. Eric has to come down for work. She's, sure having a great time about.
That's right. BGH meetup, y'all. All right, Ariel, where can people find you?
Yeah, I do the More Deadly podcast with Rachel every week, so you can find us wherever you get your podcasts or at ZG Podcasts on, unfortunately, all of the streaming or social media platforms.
Love it. And that's going to do it for the show. Check us out, patreon.com/bloodygoodhorror. We'll talk to you next week.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.